I really don't know if this is in focus. Testing. Hello. Today is one of those days where I cannot be bothered brushing my hair or styling it in any shape or form, and I want my forehead to breathe. Does anyone else have those days? People that have fringes / bangs where they just kind of want their forehead to breathe. Yeah, today is one of those days for me. I need to let the forehead breathe and feel the sun / small minimal amount of sun that happens to be coming and going between the grey English clouds. Yeah. I uploaded a picture on Instagram a few weeks ago of some jumpers that I got from SheInside.com, and quite a few of you were like, do a haul, do a haul. So I was like, oh, okay then. So this is going to be my SheInside haul. Now, in a weird way, this is kind of like my maternity haul, because as I'm getting bigger and bigger and bigger, you should see some of the t-shirts now. They won't even go over my belly. It's just kind of like, nope. Like, I tried on my Offspring top last night to go to sleep in, just to sleep in, because I kind of wanted something that was baggy. It used to be baggy, not anymore. Not anymore. So I decided to buy mostly jumpers because I wanted to have something that I could wear now, and then when I'm super huge, and then after I give birth. So I kind of wanted something that was relatively one size as opposed to something that was fitted. So that's kind of where I was going with this. So it's kind of like my maternity haul, because I haven't found any maternity clothes which kind of like my style or I genuinely want to buy, and I don't really want to buy clothes that I wouldn't wear after I've had the baby, because then what's the point in that? To me, that's a waste of money. So I figured I'm gonna buy some funky jumpers, and yeah, I'm gonna buy some funky jumpers from SheInside. And the main reason I wanted to buy from SheInside was because a lot of their jumpers are one size or quite big, and I got some jumpers. Interrupted by the ice cream van. Now I want ice cream. So the reason I kind of went to this website automatically was because I've bought jumpers from there before. Like, you'll see in some of my other videos a Union Jack jumper and my Simpsons jumper, my Bart Simpsons jumper that I wear all the time. Like, I got those from SheInside a long time ago, as well as getting, like, you know, Galaxy leggings and a Galaxy jacket, a Galaxy dress. I don't know if I did a haul. I don't know if I did a haul of any of that. I've been wearing the jumpers I got from SheInside all the time, especially since I got pregnant, because they're just so comfy, and it's just like, I can breathe. And it's awesome to be able to breathe and allow the bump to breathe. And yeah, I've babbled on enough. I'm going to show you what I got. So the first piece I'm actually wearing, so I will stand up and show you guys now. So this is the first thing that I got, and it's Green Day! Woohoo! I was really surprised to see that they had Green Day jumpers, by the way, so instantly I had to get a Green Day jumper. Now, I'm wearing this with like the sleeves rolled up just because I feel like that's more practical, but if I pull them down, it's quite baggy. I love the pattern, I love the roses, and I love the flowers, and I love the awesomeness of it, and it's perfect because there's lots of room for the bump to breathe. Lots and lots of room. One thing that I really like, and I'll just roll down my sleeve because it'll be easier for you to see, is it's got thermal material inside it, and I've always loved that feeling. Like, I've always just called it thermal, so I don't know if that is right or not, but it's so soft, and this is running throughout the whole top. I wouldn't say this is a jumper, I would say it's more of a thin sweater. It's just so comfortable, and it's going to be perfect for summer because it's not too thick, but it's warm enough to keep me warm, and I don't have to wear anything else, so I really like that. And if I stand on my tippy toes, you can see the full jumper. It's quite long. I like the fact that it covers my bum. I like the fact that it's baggy. I like the fact I'm going to be able to wear it throughout my pregnancy, and it has Green Day on it because I'm a Green Day fan. Love the pattern, and yeah, and I'm wearing it today because it's just super comfy. This jumper is so comfy. Jumper / thin jumper, because it's not a really thick woolly jumper, and it's Green Day. This is another jumper, but I'd say that this is a lot thinner, like a lot thinner than the one I'm wearing. I'd say that because this top that I'm wearing now has thermal on the inside, it's kind of like semi-warm, it keeps you kind of feeling a bit snuggly and things like that, whereas this next one is really thin material, but again, it's this Atlas jumper, woohoo! It makes sense to show you guys a close-up as opposed to just wafting it while I'm sat down, because the detail on this is pretty awesome. I like it a lot. What stood out to me the most about this top was the fact that it's got a map on it and like I feel as though, even though I've not, you know, been abroad for about 2 years now, wow, has it been 2 years or a year and a half? I don't know, I feel like I'm a traveller, you know, in my heart. So I've always just loved maps, and I've always loved, like, you know, maps on clothing. I used to have a map on my wall when I was a kid as well, and I used to like circle the places that I wanted to go, and it was mostly just America, to be honest. Years and years and years after going to Disneyland in California, I was just so obsessed with going back to America, and it was before I moved there to Austin. I loved looking at that map. I just felt as though it made me feel really, like, I don't know how to explain it. The hair has gone behind the ear. Dun dun dun. I just kind of feel as though maps bring this feeling of, I don't know what word it is, but every time I look at a map, it kind of just makes me feel at peace with the fact that, like, the world is just so much bigger than I am, and it kind of just, it puts me in a thoughtful mood, and it kind of just makes me feel good. I don't know, I've always just loved the idea of seeing different places and, you know, experiencing new things. And when you're so small in such a big world, sometimes looking at a map or looking at the planet, it kind of puts everything into perspective, that you're not alone and there's so many other people, and that the world is so much bigger than you are. And a lot of the time I think that we struggle when we're in our cars or when we're on trains or buses, and we can only see what's in front of us, and we can't really see outside of our area that we live, or, you know, the country that we're in. And it's nice to be reminded that there's so many different countries out there and different people, and everything is just so much bigger than we are. So every time I look at a map, it kind of, you know, it brings back memories, because I can look at the places that I've been and the places I've travelled to. So it makes me feel good, but at the same time it kind of makes me feel as though I want to work towards seeing the places that I've not seen yet, and it just reminds me of the fact that the world is so much bigger than we are. So that's another reason why I got this top. And I know that's quite a backstory, you know, for someone who's just picked an item of clothing. You wouldn't expect that in a haul, would you? Like, you wouldn't expect someone to be like, I got this top because insert philosophical reason. A long, extended reason. But for me, I'll look at this top when I'm wearing it, and it'll kind of have a bit of sentimental value, hope, and, you know, wonder. And at the same time, I fucking love maps. I love space, I love maps. I'm just a massive nerd on the inside. But yeah, I'll show you a close-up of that now. So I hope you guys can see it properly. We've got Africa, and it kind of cuts off, you know, so you can't really see England or anything like that. But I just love the detailing in it. On the back you can as well. So I'd say you can't see the full world, but I'd say that Africa is definitely a great chunk of the world, and it's still a map. And the fact that this sea just covers most of this top as well, I don't know, I love it. I love that you can see all the little lines as well. If you're into maps, you'll know what the lines actually are and stuff. So on the back of the map you can actually see England. Yay! You can see England and Scotland and Ireland and Europe, but you can see that it has Manchester written on it. How cool is that? Every single time I see a map of the UK, it's London. It's just London. But they have Manchester. And that makes this top even more awesome. I also really like how it goes up the sleeves. So it's not just like a cut off. I like the fact that it's all around the jumper. It's on the front, it's on the back, it's on the sleeves. And at the bottom it's very similar to the Green Day top that I'm wearing now. It's got this tight black bit, but it's not tight at all, it's just elasticated. And you've got the elasticated bit on the sleeve too. For each item of clothing, I'm going to throw it onto the bed behind me to make space. Don't hate, appreciate, I don't even know. Sometimes I just talk in my videos and it never makes any sense. And that's when a lot of people click off the video, because she's a rambler. She's a rambler. This one's also a thin jumper slash sweater, like the Atlas map one, but this one caught my attention because it's got some of my favourite colours on it. It's got my favourite shades of green and blue, and they're combined with red, and I love combining red with blue and green. And a lot of people hate on me for that, because a lot of people will be like, oh, you've got bright blue hair, or you've got bright green hair, or you've got blah blah blah, but you've got bright red lipstick. Isn't that clashing? Isn't that a bit too much? Shouldn't you wipe that off? Meh 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 meh. But I've just always liked that combination so much. I find that red lipstick just makes me feel so much better, and if I look like a combination between the ocean, grass, and a red fire thing, then that's my choice. This is the first jumper I've ever seen with that kind of colour combination, so that's why I picked this instantly. And also it's very arty, and I like arty-farty things because I'm an artist, so yeah. And this is the jumper. And the pictures on the back as well, which I also really like. Look how funky those sleeves are as well. I love it. I just love the blue going into the yellow and the red. But yeah, I just love how arty this is, and it's really good quality as well. It's not just like, you know when you get a top or a jumper and then you stretch it and you lose the pattern. You don't lose the pattern with these jumpers because it's good quality. For the price as well, it's really, really awesome. Like, I got all of this stuff in a sale, plus they had a Facebook code, so I added that to it as well. And then when I came to the checkout, I think that I got really good value for my money as well. So that's another great thing about this website, and I'm not being paid to say this. I'm not being told to say this. I was not sent any of these items. I bought them all with my own money, and I will continue to shop at SheInside because I really do think they're a really, really good website, good value for money and good quality clothes. Anyways, next, woohoo! I like throwing things behind me. The next thing is an actual jumper. Like, throughout this video I've been jumper, 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 saying jumper, jumper, but this one is an actual jumper, like thickness. Like, when you say a jumper to someone, normally they think of a big, thick Christmas jumper. You know, they don't think of a very thin jumper, like those two were thin that I mentioned. And the one that I'm wearing now is like thin but thermal, whereas this one is a proper jumper. This is huge, absolutely huge. And the material is really, really, really thick. If I scrunch it up, you can see how thick it is, so that says it all, really. And the reason that I got this one was mainly because I love army print. I've always loved army print. I've always loved camo clothes. Always, I have like an army jacket, I have army underwear, I have army t-shirts, everything. I love this pattern, I always have, I always will. Especially like when I was a kid as well, I absolutely loved wearing this pattern. I love this jumper. And this one's really thick, so when it gets cold and there's breeze, which there will be, even though we're in spring now, it's not all sunny out here. We're in Manchester. This place is cold. So that goes in the bed. Another thing that I really like about SheInside is the packaging that it comes in. It always comes really well packed, folded, no creases in the clothes, but also in this airtight, awesome thing. This is a blouse, this isn't a jumper. This top, and I love tops that have these. I love tops with collars. I've always found that when I'm wearing my hair up, I prefer to be wearing a top that has a collar of some sort, because I feel like it kind of makes up for the balance of my big head and the fact that my hair's up, if that makes any sense. This one's just a really thin blouse because I figured that I would try and get something that was a bit more summery. Really pretty sleeves. I thought that the material, because of the sizing on the website, it would be a little bit baggier, but it's actually quite fitted. So I'm going to be able to wear this for probably a couple of weeks before my bump is like, you ain't wearing that no more. So that kind of backfired in a way. You know, none of the other clothes have backfired. They're all perfect, just like I imagined, but this one has kind of backfired a bit. However, I'll definitely be able to wear this, you know, when the baby is born. So even though my bump is growing to oblivion and back, like, I think that this will still fit me, even with a bit of a saggy tummy. I'm quite content with that. I've always loved polka dots. I love dots, I love stripes, I love camo. I just like patterns. I'm throwing that onto the bed as well. I'm gonna regret this. I need to stop throwing things onto the bed because I'm gonna have to tidy that shit up. I'm gonna sneeze. Does anyone else just waft themselves when they're gonna sneeze? Okay, it's gone, it's passed. The sneeze is no longer with us. The next thing that I got was this Galaxy jumper. Woohoo! The reason I got the Galaxy jumper was because I have this exact pattern in a t-shirt, a jacket, pants, and a dress. And I figured, well, I've got a collection now, and they're all the exact same type of Galaxy pattern, so I figured, why not add a jumper to the mix? This is very similar to like the other jumpers that I've mentioned, not the woolly green camo one, but the other ones. This jumper is really, really similar to the jumper that I'm wearing now, as it's got the thermal inside it, so it's got the kind of same amount of half warm, slash you'll get away with it in the summer still, slash if you're cold in the winter or the autumn, you can shove a jacket over it and voila, perfect. I love this material on the inside. It is so soft. Oh, I love it. I just want to touch my face. A quick close-up of this. It's so pretty. I love it so much. And it goes all up the sleeves. All in all, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. Galaxies! I love galaxies. I love galaxies for pretty much the same reason that I like maps and the world. I love space. Space is awesome. I'm gonna throw this on the end of the bed too. Way! I wonder if any of those landed on the floor. Probably. Packaging is awesome, website is awesome. I think even at the moment as well, they've got like 20% off. Hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah, bye! I don't have anything else to say. Oh, I'm scratching my head. Oh, that feels so good. I need to hire someone to just scratch my head for me. Don't worry, I don't have head lice. Just love it. I'm like a dog. I just... Oh, that feels so nice. Oh god, I'm gonna sneeze. Magic hands will help. Pineapples.